Welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 79. Here I'm doing a little bit of a mobility routine before I got into my upper body day, mostly because I'm starting to realize that I think if you really want to get next level athleticism, you can't just be doing workouts, you kind of just have to be living an athletic lifestyle. So you can't just be not moving all day or just like sitting still or slouching or just like sitting in a very bad posture in a seat for 80% of the day and then do a workout for the other 10% of the day, and obviously the rest of the time I'm not including sleep as part of the day there. But you need to be moving more and more frequently with good movement patterns. You need to be moving in your body in different ways to keep the blood flowing, to help recovery, to improve the mobility of joints, and also to generally make sure that you've got a good movement literacy. I've said this before on the channel, and I've said this before in videos, that as human beings, as a species now, we are moving less and less, and that is trickling down through our culture because of we now live in a much more convenient society where we don't need to move for our jobs. As children, we don't learn to crawl, we don't learn to squat, to hinge, to push, to pull, to hang, to swing, because children don't play outside that much anymore nowadays, and they don't learn to get this, what I previously said, movement literacy. And so if you do want to become a better athlete and you want to improve your athleticism, you are going to be playing catch up, especially if you grew up within the last sort of 20 or 30 years. It's very likely, again, I can't speak for everyone, maybe you did have an extremely active childhood and did lots of different things, but it's probably quite likely that you weren't as active as the generations were before us. And as a result, you probably have poorer movement literacy, and therefore you're probably going to be playing catch up in order to get to that point where they were starting sports. I mean, think about it. If you grew up as a child, always having an active lifestyle, always running outside, playing with your friends, jumping, swinging, playing competitions with your friends, obviously you get the social benefits of that, being a very well socialized child, but you also get all of the fantastic plyometric benefits from running and jumping your whole childhood. That is building a fantastic base for all these athletic skills, such as sprinting, such as jumping, such as lifting weights. All of these things, they do build upon it. Your body has memory, and it builds upon itself over time. So I do think I'm going to be starting to try and incorporate more and more movements just throughout the day, which, I mean, I generally am really active, but I want to start moving more frequently and moving in different ways, different movement patterns. That will just challenge my body and improve my movement literacy, maybe moving in more diverse ways. And I'm going to make a bit more of an effort to record some of the other things that I do outside of the actual programmed and scheduled workouts that I have for myself. But getting back into today's workout, I started to do, I guess you could call these rebounding push presses today, and they felt really good actually. I feel like I was actually able to move more weight. I don't know if it's just that stretch shortening cycle reflex where you're getting a bounce out of the bottom, maybe it's adding that momentum back in. Or maybe it's just because I was very caffeinated for this workout. I had, a small glass of coffee this morning, and then I had another double espresso like right before this workout. Probably did this workout around about, I'd say 11:30, 12 o'clock. And, all throughout this workout, I felt like I was performing quite well, to be honest. In fact, I actually got a 3 RM PR on push press. I managed to go up to 87.5 kilos. Granted, the form wasn't as stable as I want it to be, but it's this rebounding rep. Can someone in the comments please tell me what this is called? When you drop the bar down, you use that bounce to then rebound and push it back up again. But I think using that actually helped me to push a bit more weight. And I think maybe it's just the rhythm of doing it, where you have a rhythm of bouncing the bar down and then pushing it up and using that stored energy in the muscles of the legs so that you can get more force into the bar. I don't know, but it felt a lot more natural to do it that way as well. So that's good. The front levers also felt really good as well. I felt like I was able to get a much more horizontal angle and I felt like I was able to control the descent down from those negatives a lot more effectively, which felt really good. So yeah, overall a pretty decent workout. The muscle ups at the start probably weren't that great, but I still managed to get 3 sets of 5, which is what was programmed, which is why I programmed for myself. So 3 sets of 5 muscle ups and then 6 sets of 3 push press with this rebounding slash rhythmic push press. And then the front levers, I was doing, I think it was 5 sets of 3 negatives, going as slow as I can from the top. So the first set, I was doing complete full front lever negatives. Then the second set, I went into doing 2 full front lever negatives, and then it was straddle. Then it was 2 straddle, 1 full, and then it was just 3 straddle from there on out. So obviously there's a good way to see progression there, because if I can then do the same speed of descent with full front lever and then gradually decrease it slower and slower and slower and have more and more control through more of that range of motion, like I'm doing with the straddle there, then that is how I show progression with my front lever. So really, really good workout overall, and I'm super pleased with it. So just wanted to round out the video by talking about what's going to happen tomorrow. I've got a jump session planned. Hopefully I'm going to be hitting some higher dunks. Ideally, I want to be getting, quite consistent two-handers on 9.6, and we'll see if we can go for some 9.9s. I probably shouldn't be expecting anything with this workout, because it could just as easily be a rubbish one again. I do jump very, very inconsistently. Some days I'll have sessions where it goes really well, dunking on 9.6 really easily. And then sometimes I'll be barely even hitting 9.6 and getting really angry at myself for not being able to do that. So I don't want to set an expectation for the workout. I want to have quite low expectations for the workout. But I think this week leading up into that workout, I have now got a decent amount of recovery and rest behind me. I've been able to really optimize my nutrition a lot more, been able to eat more frequently and be able to eat the right type of foods. As opposed to the last couple of weeks when I've been coming back from holiday from Norway, sleeping pattern's been all over the place. I just got my whole cycle just thrown out of whack. But now I'm kind of back into the routine of things, being back at home. It's quite nice to be able to have that to rely on. So it'll be interesting to see how I perform tomorrow. And I've got a day off work. Have day off work today and day off work tomorrow. So there's no stress or pressure trying to get that workout in. I've got all day to do it. It is literally just a jump session, so I just want it to go well, and hopefully I can report back tomorrow that it does. Then looking ahead, because I'm now in week 9 and 10 of the shift program, I'm going to be debating on whether or not to write myself a new program based on my specific needs as an athlete, or to go and sort of look around for another program that I can do, or to redo the shift program, or to do another program. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.